Is it possible with all the flooding in the Amazon this year that the mother of all anacondas got flushed out of hiding and was filmed swimming through this river? Or is this video just some kind of hoax meant to scare the slither out of us? I've got the answer to that constrictor mystery, plus answers on some other questions you guys want me to check out. Like this photo that wants us to believe this eagle caught a drone in mid-air, a bizarre photo that claims a real nose is growing on this man's forehead, and this picture that wants us to believe this river froze in such a way that it made a scary face. I've got all that, plus some electrifying new fan art and my favorite fake of the week, so coil up in your favorite corner and let everybody know not to disturb you because you are watching the entire video. Incoming! Hey guys, Bill here. We're going to be jumping right on that Anaconda story in just a second, but first I want to send out a big thanks to World War Rising for sponsoring today's video. Feel free to download the game for free right down here in the old description box anytime you like. World War Rising is a truly global game with millions of players all over the world, and that now includes me. I love this game because it's a real mind bender. You can use machines from different eras of war, like from World War I all the way to modern combat. It's crazy good. You can step into the shoes of a top-ranked general and lead your base to victory. Control the land, sea, and air with iconic weapons, troops, and vehicles. Explore expansive terrains, find treasures, and accomplish missions. And what's cool is you can play in your own style. Want to join an alliance and defeat your enemies as a group? You got it! Or maybe you want to stay independent and farm resources to build your own base. Guys, this action-packed online game is way awesome because it lets you test your tactical skills across the globe. Now, here's what I want you to do. Go down to the description box, click on my link, and download for free World War Rising. You'll be glad you did. Now, getting back to this Anaconda, well, you know I've made a lot of trips into the Amazon, and trust me, I've seen a lot of big snakes, but I have never, ever seen anything this big. The video was first sent in by my friend Kaito Martins and Vincent. Kaito wrote, "Bill, this video is from Brazil. What do you think? Real or fake?" Kaito, we've been all over the Amazon together and we've seen a lot of anacondas. Remember that one where we recorded for our series right here on Bill's channel called Animal Soldiers? Well, that was a pretty big snake. But this one, I mean, this thing is off the charts. If this video turns out to be real, this is gonna be a world record. So let's check it out. Taking a closer look at the video, it's hard to tell who it belongs to or where it was originally published, but it looks to be only 30 seconds long and just shows the snake crossing what is claimed to be the Xingu River, which is a tributary of the Amazon River. We hear a man speaking in Portuguese, and I don't speak Portuguese, but he's saying something about it being big and that it's an anaconda, or as they call it there, sucuri.
Tamanho dessa cobra. É a sucuri, anaconda.
On a couple of these videos, the length is estimated to be 15 meters or 49 feet. According to Extreme Science, the record for largest anaconda now stands at 28 feet long with a girth of 44 inches. You know, on the one hand, it is really hard to believe that somebody has come across a snake that is double the current world record. But on the other hand, you know, it's actually, I don't know if you know this, but it's actually been a year of epic discoveries on the Amazon. Less than a month ago, a huge humpback whale washed up dead on the shores of the Amazon River itself. Now, the Amazon River is freshwater and humpbacks are saltwater. I don't get it. I mean, there are weird things going on in the Amazon. So the only thing that explains all this is that there has been really big floods this year in the Amazon. So that might have something to do with all this.
தென் அமெரிக்க நாடுகளில் ஒன்றான பிரேசிலில் கடந்த சில தினங்களாக கனமழை பெய்து வருகிறது.
Hoping to find some solid answers, I posted the video to my Facebook. As usual, there were a lot of different viewpoints. Phil Mastriani said, "It's true, it's very possible, even humans are taller these days." But Julia Liu didn't agree. She said, "It's the most fake thing I have ever seen." Okay, so I'll tell you what, take another look at this thing and then go up here when I say go and give me your vote. Do you think this person, whoever recorded this video, recorded one of the biggest anacondas ever recorded or not? That is the question. Now, you can also leave me your answer down in the comment section, or you can just shout it out if you're in a group. So, you ready? All right, let's go. Hey, while we're waiting for everybody to make up their mind and vote, what do you say we go over a few pictures from last week's video and see how you guys scored? On the giant asteroid heading towards Earth for a possible Christmas time rendezvous with our planet, 86% voted fake, 9% real, and 4% unknown. The official answer was real. It really does exist, but its chances of hitting Earth are extremely low. On the underwater 747 hotel, 56% voted real, 41% fake, and 2% unknown. The official answer was fake. It was only concept art for a new underwater diving park, not a hotel. On the biggest statue in the world, 80% voted real, 17% fake, and 1% unknown. 80% of you guys got this one right because it really is the biggest statue in the world. And finally, the winner of last week's fan art vote goes to Gloop Monster with 84% of the votes. Wow, big win, Gloop. Congratulations. Okay, so now we know how you guys did last week. Let's see how you're doing this week. And by the way, you know, somebody actually said in the comments, well, they asked me a question last week, and they said, "Hey, Bill, do you like reuse those envelopes, you cheapo? You don't ever buy a new one?" Well, listen, I got news for you. Yes, I do reuse these because I recycle. This paper here comes from trees, and I am a tree lover, so I'm going to reuse these until they fall apart. All right, now let's get to the official answer here. And, you know, it's kind of like a megalodon answer. You know, you see that official answer staring at you on the page, and you kind of get disappointed because this official answer happens to be real. No, it's fake. Thanks to some excellent detective work by Tinas Els over on Facebook, we were able to find our smoking gun, which is this video. As you can see, the original video was recorded with a phone in the vertical position, and when you see it like this, you can see that anaconda is not so big after all. Somewhere along the line, some jokester took the video and stretched it out like this, and that is why the snake looks so big. Another thing is that this is actually not a river the snake is crossing. If you examine the video closer, as pointed out by Alvin V. Onge Jr. and Claudio Antonio Murgas Ibarra, you can see it's just a flooded road, not a river. Wow, good job, guys. Next up is this photo. Knight Rider Zorro sent this in, and Knight Rider wants to know, "Hey Bill, is this photo showing an eagle catching a drone for real?" Knight Rider, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not a big believer in this one because as far as I know, eagles only go after stuff they can eat. Now, there may be some sort of territorial thing going on, but I'm not so sure about. One thing I am sure about is if you ever gotten close to the props on those drones, I mean, I have, and it put a big gash in my finger. So you can imagine what drone props could do to an eagle. So I'll tell you what, take another eagle-eyed look at it right here. Then go up here, leave me your vote whether you think this picture is real or fake. You can also leave me an answer down here, or you can just shout it out if you're in a group, okay? I'm gonna get out my recycled envelope here, and we're gonna find out what the official answer is right away. How do you think you did? You got it right? Well, let me put it to you this way. If you voted real, well, unfortunately, you got it 100% right. It's real. Oren Mama swooped in first with the right answer on this one, saying it was a trained eagle. The eagle was from a company called Guard from Above that used birds of prey during a training session with the Dutch police to intercept drones.
The Dutch National Police Department's newest recruits have wings and an appetite for unusual prey.
Now, in terms of that picture showing what looks like Ghostface from the movies, we'll get to that in a second. But first, let's take care of this extraordinary photo, which looks like a nose growing on somebody's forehead. The photo was sent in by Fortnite Gomez, who wrote, "Hey Bill, is this picture real or just BFF, as in big fat fake?" Fortnite, you know, we've covered a lot of strange things growing out of a lot of strange people around here. Like, how about that foot with the teeth growing out of it? Well, you know, that was kind of fake. Now we got this new one with Jake Paul. You seen this? Where he's got this vlog camera kind of like growing out of his arm. Well, you can bet that's fake. But what about this nose? I mean, is that really a nose growing out of that guy's head? Or somebody like just took his nose with Photoshop and moved it up over there? I posted it to my trusty Facebook to see what the guys over there could sniff out, and well, they came back mostly with what I would call a four-letter word, F-A-K-E, as in BFF. The most logical explanation came from Joshua Harris and Lakma June, who both agreed that it's a 3D looking tattoo. Brian Chapman was one of the few real believers on this one. He said it might be real, some sort of medical mystery. Something doesn't quite smell right here, if you know what I mean. So I'll tell you what, go ahead and leave me your votes up here, answers down here, or yell it out, as many people like to do. I will get out the one and only official envelope here and find out what's going on. All right, and it says, wow, the picture is 100%, absolutely, without any doubts whatsoever. Can you tell what the Bill's cooking here? Real. As it turns out, this man was injured in a car accident and lost his nose. So Chinese doctors are using a technique to recreate his nose from forehead skin. This is a procedure, believe it or not, that has been done often, not only in China, but on an almost daily basis in America. Once the nose grows to the right size, it will be flipped and placed where it's supposed to be. Special shout outs go to Junmar, Tabora Gasal, Ben Chapman, and Oren Mama for helping me get to the bottom of this one. Our last picture today shows what appears to be an eerie frozen river. It was sent in by Hussein Ali, who wrote, "It's a frozen river in Russia. Is it real?" Hussein, you know, when it comes to creepy photos of nature, you know there's a bountiful bevy of those out there, especially when it comes to trees, like this one, or how about these trees covered in spider webs? And when it comes to stuff frozen, well, there's a lot of that too. How about these frozen fish? Or how about this poor little fox that got frozen in a flash freeze? Those are all real. But what about this frozen river here? I don't know. That kind of reminds me of Ghostface from the Scream movies. Remember those? Posting it to Facebook got me all sorts of answers. Brian Chang said it was real and he knew its exact name. It's called Scream River. Jamil Eriks was in the fake camp on this one. He said it was purposely done by people that like the painting called Scream. Now, to make sure we're all on the same page here, let's go over the rules on this one. Now, if you think that picture of that river is a natural photo and the river just happened to freeze in a way that gives us the impression of that screaming face, then I want you to know real, obviously, right? Okay. Now, on the other hand, if somebody took a picture that doesn't look like this of that river and then manipulated it with Photoshop or whatever, then I want you to vote fake. Now, on the other hand, if you don't think we have any solid evidence one way or the other one to prove this one, then I want you to vote unknown, okay? So go ahead and make your votes, yell it out here, we'll see who got it right and who got it wrong. And, wow, this one turns out to be fake. Thanks to Daniel O'Dame Brown, who pointed us to Snopes.com, we now know Russian photographer Andrei Kudrasev took the original photograph and posted it to his website, Omsk Streets. Omsk is the city along the banks of this river in the image. Okay, well, that's all the time I have for this video, but hey, do not click away. I still gotta show you my favorite fake of the week. And now for my favorite fake of the week. It's called Real Giant Sighting Caught on Camera, and it was sent in by Nishka Reddy. The video was posted by a YouTube channel called Paranormal World, and after a long buildup of this guy looking around, we finally see, well, this. Hey, Paranormal World, seriously? Do you really think we're gonna believe this? This is just so fake. It's